The QR code trap, how a hidden global system controls the world. What if the small black and white QR code you scan every day is not just for payments or menus, but a silent key to tracking your identity, behavior, and choices? What if convenience is the disguise and control is the real goal? Today, we expose the QR code trap, a system hiding in plain sight. The rise of a silent symbol. QR codes were introduced as a faster way to share information. At first, they were harmless, used in factories, product labels, and marketing. But slowly, quietly, they entered every part of human life. Restaurants replaced menus, banks replaced cash, governments replaced paperwork. The QR code became a universal access key, one scan, instant data transfer. But the question is, who receives that data and who controls it? Convenience is the perfect weapon. People don't resist systems that make life easier. QR codes removed effort, time, and friction. No cash, no forms, no identity checks you can see. Every scan feels harmless, but behind that scan is location data, device information, timestamps, behavioral patterns. Convenience is not neutral. It is the most effective method of voluntary submission. From tracking products to tracking people. Originally, QR codes tracked objects. Now they track humans. Vaccination records, digital IDs, event entry passes, public transport access. Your movement becomes a data trail, not followed by humans, but by algorithms. You are no longer just a citizen, you are a data profile. Data is the new currency. Oil once ruled the world, now data does. Every QR scan feeds massive databases used by governments, corporations, financial institutions, intelligence systems. This data predicts where you go, what you buy, who you trust, what you fear. Control doesn't need force when prediction is accurate. Digital identity and the end of anonymity. QR codes are merging with digital identity systems. One code, one identity, one access permission. If your QR access is denied, you cannot enter, you cannot pay, you cannot travel. Anonymity disappears, not by law, but by system design. The psychological shift nobody notices. The most dangerous change is mental. People now feel uncomfortable without scanning. No scan feels invalid. No QR means no access. Humans adapt fast. Control succeeds when resistance feels outdated. Freedom slowly becomes inconvenient. The corporate government alliance QR infrastructure is built by corporations, but enforced by systems of power. Tech companies design it, governments normalize it, banks depend on it. This creates a closed loop of control where refusal looks suspicious, compliance looks normal, power becomes decentralized but unaccountable. Cashless society and total traceability. QR codes accelerate the push toward cashless economies. No cash means every transaction recorded, every purchase analyzed, every habit monetized. Spending becomes behavior, behavior becomes scoring, and scoring becomes permission. What happens when access is conditional? Imagine a system where access depends on compliance, movement depends on approval, participation depends on status. No violence, no arrests, just a silent access denied. That is the true power of digital control. The trap is not technology, it's blind trust. QR codes themselves are not evil. Technology is neutral. The danger lies in blind adoption without limits, transparency, or accountability. When humans stop asking, who controls this? Where does my data go? What happens if I say no? The trap closes silently. Social scoring and digital obedience. Once data is collected, the next step is evaluation. Your actions become metrics. What you scan, where you go, how often you comply. This data can be used to create behavioral scores, not officially announced, but silently calculated. Rewards come through ease. Punishment comes through restriction. People don't feel controlled. They feel managed. When health becomes a control gateway. Health systems were the perfect testing ground. QR-based health passes showed the world something critical. Access could be temporarily revoked for public safety. Once normalized, the logic expands. Health, finance, climate, security, every crisis becomes a justification. The illusion of choice. You can scan or you can stay out. Technically, you have a choice. Practically, you don't. This is not forced compliance. It is engineered inevitability. Systems are designed so that resistance costs too much. Algorithmic authority replaces human judgment. Decisions are no longer made by people. Algorithms decide. Risk level, access rights, trustworthiness, no explanation, no appeal. Authority becomes invisible and therefore unquestionable. The New World Order debate, myth or method. The phrase New World Order sounds extreme to many, but control systems don't need secret meetings. They need standardization, integration, automation. Order doesn't arrive suddenly. It arrives through technical efficiency. Who benefits from the QR code world? Ask one question: who profits? Tech giants gain data, governments gain oversight, financial systems gain traceability. The individual gains convenience but loses leverage. What happens if the system fails or is abused? Every centralized system has one weakness: power concentration. If misused, entire populations can be locked out. Errors become disasters. Corruption scales instantly. There is no manual override for a digital life. Resistance without rebellion. The future is not about smashing systems. It's about awareness and boundaries. True resistance looks like questioning defaults, demanding transparency, protecting alternatives. Freedom survives through conscious participation, not blind rejection. Chapter 19, The Future, Total Control or Balanced Technology. The path ahead is undecided. QR codes can remain tools or become keys to permission-based living. The outcome depends on public awareness, ethical limits, human courage to say enough. The final truth about the QR code trap. The QR code is not the enemy. The enemy is a world where access replaces rights, convenience replaces freedom, systems replace conscience. The trap doesn't close with force. It closes when people stop asking questions. Thank you for watching this video. If this information opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.